It is my great joy and privilege to welcome all of you here today on this Tuesday, March 3rd, 2015. Today is a very special day for many reasons, and I'm honored and overjoyed that each one of you stand here with me to celebrate this most happy occasion. 11 years ago, my husband Josh and I bought a small daycare center from my in-laws and began an exciting and challenging journey together, one that has ultimately led us to this very place where we are standing today. We named our little center Doodle Bug Square, and over the years it has come to be known as DBS for short. As I think about it, the name and initials have come to mean so much more. To doodle is often something that people do on paper as they begin working through an idea or a dream. Our D for Doodle Bug Square could also stand for dream. It has always been our dream to provide an environment where children would feel safe, loved, and surrounded by creativity that would encourage learning at an early age. We wanted to make this dream possible for all children regardless of their economic circumstances and background. I can honestly say that we have been able to accomplish this, but not alone. Throughout the years, we have been blessed with some amazing employees who have believed in our dream and our mission. They joined hands with us and wholeheartedly gave of their time, talents, for the benefit of the many children we have served over the years. Part of our dream has been to provide a career for these amazing people, not just a job. This building will be an intricate piece in fulfilling this dream for them. This brings me to the second word or initial of our name, the B, which stands for bug right now, but also could represent the word build. Seriously, do we not all know that bugs, even tiny ants, are some of the busiest builders in the world? I have been very fortunate to have had some of the busiest builders at my side, helping to make our dream a reality, where we have been able to build such an amazing business, a business that's main goal is to help lay the foundation for the education for many of God's most amazing gifts. This foundation is so important for the future of the children we are entrusted with, and I am proud to say that I am surrounded by a team of people who are just as dedicated as I am to making that foundation as solid as possible. Finally, I would like to talk about the last word, an initial of our name, S for square. When my mother-in-law came up with calling it Doodle Bug and told me that phrase reminded her of happy times as a child when her granddaddy called her a doodle bug, I then said, how about Doodle Bug Square? Because it reminded me of Times Square. And I always wanted this to be a place where lots and lots of children wanted to gather. I feel now that our S also can stand for sharing. It reminds us of coming together in a square, like a town square, where streets meet to share ideas, conversations, and fun. We joke a lot by saying all roads lead back to Doodlebug because employees and children that have once left oftentimes come back as volunteers or different staff members. It fills my heart with joy to know that what we have envisioned that night sitting on the couch with just a pen and a paper has become a reality. I am overcome by even more joy when I think about how many more families and children's lives we will be able to touch in this new facility. When I say that this has been a dream of mine from the beginning, I genuinely mean that. When we opened on the first day in 2004, I immediately started thinking of the next improvement I could make or the next big thing I could do for the kids. Josh started painting every square inch of the daycare right away. He painted most of it by himself or with the help of his mom. They made a great team. She would usually tape it all up for him and he'd come in and paint it. I remember I would come and paint a wall and he'd try over and over to teach me the right way to paint. But I'd get done with the wall and I was so proud. I'd go get him and he'd say to me, oh well, at least I have a good base coat to start with in this room. I obviously wasn't the painter in the family. Since we opened, we have never had one white wall in the daycare ever again, and he was very proud of that. After we had been open for about a year, I started wanting much more than new toys and paint on the walls. I started dreaming of a big elaborate center. I remember searching for indoor playgrounds and had a huge elaborate indoor playground as my screensaver on my computer. I would tell all the girls as they would clock in every day, this is our goal, this is what we are working for each and every day. I remember one time Jay and I sat down with graph paper and designed what I imagined the center to look like back in 2005. We then created a file folder that was named Dream Doodle Bug, and since that day that file folder has stayed in whatever filing cabinet we have had in our office at the time. We continued to add to it over the past 10 years with complete faith that this day would one day come, just not sure exactly how or when. This day would not have been possible without the Lord intricately surrounding us with so many people, so I would like to take a few minutes really quick to recognize them. First and foremost, I would like to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Without God's amazing grace and love, none of this would have ever been possible. I want this building and our mission to always ultimately bring glory and honor to Him. Next, I want to thank and recognize my late husband, Josh. So much of the beginning of this dream would never have been possible without his love, his support, and his help. He allowed me to dream, he believed in me, and he did absolutely anything and everything to help build this daycare into what it is today. He was the painter, the maintenance man, the school-age teacher, and the bus driver. I remember any time he came to the daycare and walked through any room, all of the kids would say, "Mr. Josh, look at what I drew. Mr. Josh, look at me." I could be standing right there and not even get so much as a hello. They were so mesmerized by him and loved him so much. I have always dreamed big, and he always let me dive in head first. If I ever started to drown, which did occasionally happen, he would throw out the lifeboat, but never with an "I told you so" attached, just a "don't worry, you'll get it next time." His support and love were endless, and he will forever be a part of the daily Doodlebug life. If you get into Doodlebug, these girls make it a family for your kids, a place where your kids are loved just as much at home, or just as close to as much as we can love them as you do at home, every single day, day in and day out. They give up so many hours, much more than 40 hours a week, I can assure you, to bring the uniqueness to Doodlebug. So I thank you all. Most of them have been here 5+, 9, 10 years. They're amazing. They truly are, and I hope one day you get the chance to meet them, because they will change your life for sure. But thank you all for being here. Thank you for your support.
We're so excited to be here today with Camp DBS and Doodle Bug Square as we help them celebrate their groundbreaking. And we're so proud to call them members of the Lubbock Chamber of Commerce. 1, 2, 3.